Good evening, dear ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming to this webinar. And it's going to be dedicated to studying opportunities in the United States without going to the United States. My name is Alexandra Prima, and I'm going to be your host in this webinar. So let's start. First of all, let me briefly introduce myself. I come from Belarus, and currently I live in Northern Cyprus. I have worked here, and at the moment I'm studying here. I'm doing my degree. So I have had a lot of international experiences, both as a student and as a teacher, and as an education consultant. So I've been working with people who are willing to go abroad and study there for quite a long time. And I believe this opportunity that I'm going to present today is worth your attention and is worth regarding it as a potential chance, not just maybe for yourselves, but for your children and for your friends who are willing to get quality education at a lower cost. Also, there is an interesting offer for you. If you stay with me till the end of this presentation, you're gonna get a bonus, and you're gonna find out what exactly it's gonna be at the end, as I said. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, why should one think of studying in the United States? You can say, well, it's too expensive, or it's too hard, or maybe, I don't know, you can find any other excuses in order not to think about it. But actually, there are quite many reasons. These are just four I've mentioned here, but there are quite many reasons why education in the United States is good, and why it can give you a better future. So reason number one is that any diploma that you get from a recognized school in the United States is going to be accepted worldwide. As you know, the American system, the American educational system is quite strong. So that's why all credits that you get there can be used wherever you are in any other corner of the world. Secondly, this program that I'm going to talk about today is run by an accredited private school in the United States, and obviously all instructors there are Americans, and they are professionals in their own fields. They are also native English speakers, which is quite important if you want to improve your language abilities and you want to study in English. Thirdly, today this webinar is dedicated to online studies in the United States, and one of the biggest benefits, in my opinion, of such studies is that, first of all, it's less time consuming. You don't have to go and come. You don't have to think how you're gonna get to the place, to the venue of your classes. Secondly, it's cheaper. Definitely it's much cheaper. I would say even maybe 3 times cheaper than it would cost you if you were schooling in the United States. Another important advantage is that you can combine studies in your country with studies online. So I'm going to speak about it a bit later, but basically it gives you an opportunity to get several diplomas at the same time. And the last reason is quite vital, quite crucial. Many people believe that if you have enough, if your English is quite good and you have enough money to go to the United States, it's going to be easy to get admission at a university there. However, it's not true. There are many other requirements you have to fulfill. So if you finish this program, it's going to automatically give you a right, give you admission at one of 15 American universities that collaborate with the school that I'm talking about. So all these reasons, in my opinion, are strong enough to think, at least to regard a chance to study in the United States. The programs that this school offers can be divided into 4 categories. First of all, we can speak about secondary school students. So there is a division between middle school and high school, as you can see. Middle school, let me show it to you. Middle school is usually, it usually consists of several grades. And if you finish the 7th and the 8th grades in this online program, in this online school, you're going to get a certificate that proves that you have studied at an American school and you have fulfilled some particular courses. However, if you decide to continue your education and you go to high school, the requirements are to finish grades 10, 11, and 12. And after you complete those grades, you will receive an official high school diploma without leaving your house. Imagine, it's very comfortable. And I mean, in my opinion, it's an amazing opportunity. I wish I was younger to do that as well. Secondly, apart from having secondary school education, you can also get an associate degree. What is an associate degree? I think many of you are familiar with this term. However, for those who have never heard of it or like don't really understand what it's about, an associate degree is a degree that combines some credits from your high school and some credits from your college or bachelor's degree. So basically, if you get such a degree, an associate degree, it helps you to eliminate additional courses that you might need to take while doing your bachelor's. Usually it saves up to 2 years of studying. So if you have an associate degree and you want to do your bachelor's degree, eventually you will only have to study for maybe like 2 years instead of 4 years. So it really makes this process much easier. And the last one, especially for those students who have completed their degrees in their countries, they have their bachelor's and they have their master's, and they're thinking of going abroad to do the next step, like to get maybe a master's or PhD, and their credentials are not enough to be accepted to be admitted to a university in the United States or wherever it is. You can take extra credits, extra courses from this school to complete the curriculum and to be eligible for getting a degree somewhere else. So instead of, let's say, doing the whole program, you can just pick those courses that you need, and it's going to be much easier for you and much cheaper. So these are the programs that the school offers, and let me just quickly speak about the school itself. Like I said, it is an online school that was established several decades ago, and originally it was providing education to American students. However, later on, the school started expanding its horizons, and they collaborate with a number of countries worldwide right now, providing American education to foreign students. This school is private and it's fully accredited by the largest accrediting agency in the United States. You can check the website to see what this organization provides and what it is about. Secondly, like I have mentioned before, normally after you complete your high school, your program, most probably you are thinking of entering college, entering university. And sometimes this process can be really tedious, especially for foreigners, because you have to provide a lot of papers, a lot of proof that you're eligible, you know, that your funds are enough. So it can be quite difficult sometimes. If you finish this high school, you will automatically have a right to be automatically admitted to one of 15 American universities that the school partners with. Those are 15 universities located in various states, so you can choose one to your preference and choose a program that you're really interested in. And the last but not least, usually when you enter any program where you have to study in English, and if it is an international school or university, you definitely have to provide a proof that you know English well enough to study in it. In this case, if you do courses in English, you do not have to get any certificate like IELTS, TOEFL, or any other certificate that proves your knowledge of English. Because at the very beginning, the school actually evaluates your knowledge. If it sees that you are not, your level of English is not sufficient enough, they provide extra courses with Native American instructors who teach you English. And after some time, when they see that you have improved and you're ready to start studying English, you start taking your major courses. So it's quite comfortable. And one more thing to mention, if you graduate from high school, from an American high school like this, you do not need to have any kind of proof that you know English. The high school is already the best proof for that. The high school diploma, I mean. Okay, so let's speak about the process. How does it work, and what do you have to do if you're interested in starting one of those programs I've just described? Step one is to basically send your documents. I serve as a representative of this school, so I will help you to find out what documents you need. And later on, the school evaluates your status, your credits, and your current situation with your education in your country. There are quite many students who are secondary school students, and they are already taking their courses at their school. So what they do, what this school does, is they pick those courses that you have already taken, or like you are taken at the moment, and usually they accept them. However, there are some specific courses, like for example, American history, or some courses that are designed specifically for the United States, that you will have to study during the program to get your high school diploma. So this is why evaluation is quite important. The second step, like I have mentioned, is to choose the right program. Again, we help you as education consultants, or we help you to pick the courses, to design your curriculum so that you do not have to spend too much time on it, and at the same time it's effective enough. Thirdly, there is one requirement that all foreign students are supposed to fulfill, and this requirement is that you should take at least 6 classes to graduate high school and get your diploma. Those 6 classes will vary depending on the program that you have at your school, or you have done, if it is a degree that you have done previously. But usually it's around 6 classes. And the last step, if you're willing to go and to college and continue your studies there, the process of admission, which can be sometimes quite problematic for those who did not attend high school, American high school. However, in this case, it's going to be much easier, like I said, and we help you to go through it as well. So we are with you and we support you on the way. There are several advantages of studying at such a school, and let me briefly speak about them. First of all, I think those of you who have ever gotten interested in studying in the United States and you have checked the prices, were quite amazed by the numbers you saw. Again, because of the fact that American education is quality education, it has demands, and those demands are seen in the numbers, in the cost of education. However, online studies provide you a unique opportunity to get the same education, the same quality of education, but much cheaper. In this situation with coronavirus, I think it's the ultimate way out. Secondly, when we speak about payment plans, in this case, in this school, we have a very flexible payment plan, which depends on whether you are taking individual courses or whether you would like to be in a group class, environment. Definitely, individual courses are usually more expensive than group courses. However, everything can be discussed, and You can pay, for instance, each semester, or you can pay annually depending on your abilities and your desires. I've already spoken about the visa procedures, but I would like to emphasize that having a diploma, an official diploma, which is quite important to have a legal document, not just something that you get on Coursera or any other online courses website. To have an official high school diploma from an American school enhances, in other words, boosts your chance to get the American visa in order to go there and, you know, to maybe continue your studies over there, offline studies. So definitely it does help with the visa procedure. And I think one of the biggest advantages of this school and this program is that you can get several diplomas without leaving your house, without having to spend your time, money, effort on going somewhere and, you know, trying to kill two birds with the same gun. In this case, if you are a secondary school student, you can get a diploma from your country, from your high school, and a diploma from this school, American high school. If you are thinking of getting an associate degree, you can also do that again while being in high school. So all in all, if we count, you can save up to several years by just doing and taking some courses from time to time. And at the end, you will have several diplomas in your hands. And I also should mention the fact that usually students take one course, one class per semester. Again, it depends on your time, how much time you have. Maybe you can take 2 or 3, but usually it's one course per semester, so that it doesn't distract you from your studies at that school, at that facility that you get your education at. So it's quite comfortable and time saving. And the bonus that I have been speaking about. Since you have gotten to the end of this presentation, you will get a big bonus from me. Those 10 people who will reach me via email and write, I want to study in the United States, will get a 100% discount for your studies at the school that I have just spoken about. So guys, don't miss your chance. Message me and try to do it as soon as possible in order not to miss this chance. Here is the email that you can message to. I will be waiting for your letters, for your messages. In case if you have any questions or maybe suggestions, I'm always willing to read them, to answer you. So please don't hesitate to contact me. And if you have any questions, I will be very happy to answer them. Thank you very much and have a good day.